Hey, can I come and stay at your place for a few days?
Of course. I'll have to check with my parents, but they really like you, so I'm sure they'll say yes. What's going on? Is everything okay at your house?
Not really, actually. My mom's boyfriend is visiting and they dropped some surprising news on me yesterday.
Surprising news? What did they tell you?
My mom is pregnant.
What? Can women even get pregnant at her age?
Yeah, she's still young, just 38.
Wow, but isn't your mom's boyfriend much younger? Like around 30?
Yeah, he's 30.
How did your mom end up with a guy 8 years younger than her?
Let's not say end up. And if anyone made the move, it was David. I don't like him, to be honest.
Same here. Remember how he made your mom do all the cleaning while he relaxed in front of the TV with a beer? It's not even his house. Why did it bother him if it was messy?
I know, right? He lives out of his car when he travels for work.
What kind of work does he do? He gives me the impression of being jobless.
Whenever he visits, he borrows money from my mom. It's frustrating. I can't believe she thinks she's in love with him.
That's tough, and now she's pregnant with his child.
I know. I mean, I'm happy about having a sibling, but I wish it wasn't with David. My mom deserves better.
I agree. How many months pregnant is she?
A few months along. And guess what? David moved in.
No way.
Yup. And it's not like he has a ton of stuff since he lives in his car, but it feels like I have no space in our tiny house. My room is my only sanctuary. I even put up a sign to keep everyone out.
That's a good idea. Did your mom ask you if it was okay for David to move in?
No, she didn't even consider my opinion. She changes when he's around and acts like a servant, waiting on him hand and foot.
That's so old-fashioned. Does he at least contribute to rent or anything?
I doubt he even knows what rent is. He's practically mooching off us. And he blasts the TV so loud, I can't concentrate on my homework.
Seriously?
Yes, let me tell you what happened yesterday. I came home from school, and David was lounging on the couch with a beer, watching TV. He didn't even realize me. My mom had just finished washing the floors, but she did it with her hands because David commented that using a mop wasn't clean enough.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and then she stood next to him all teary-eyed and told me she was pregnant and that David was moving in. I was shocked and I was speechless for like 30 seconds. I didn't react the way they wanted, so they got angry and sent me to my room.
That's terrible. Why would they treat you that way?
It's like I said, my mom changes around him. He brings out the worst in her.
Have you tried talking to her about it?
Not yet, but maybe I should. Right now, I just need to be away from my house. Do you think your parents would let me stay with you for a couple of days?
Absolutely. My parents love you like family. They won't mind at all.
Thanks.
Dinner's ready. Hey, are you listening? Your food is going to waste. Come down and eat it.
I'm not at home.
What? Where are you?
How have you not realized it yet?
Or realized what?
I've been staying at Flora's place for the last 3 days. Have you seriously not noticed that I've been gone? What on earth, Mom?
Hey, don't you dare use that kind of language with me.
All right, I'm just upset.
Upset about what? Is Flora's family treating you right?
I'm upset because you didn't even notice I was gone for 3 days.
What? Am I supposed to keep constant tabs on you? You can't act like such a spoiled brat, especially when your sibling is here, you know?
I'm 16. You're my mother. You're supposed to keep an eye on me.
Surely you can take care of yourself at this point. How long are you expecting me to coddle you?
I'm not asking you to coddle me. I was gone for 3 days. Usually parents notice when their teenage daughter has been gone for a few days. And you don't even know it.
You can't honestly expect me to keep an eye on you all the time. I'm busy. The baby will be here in 5 months.
Okay, I can respect that you've been preoccupied with baby things. But come on, 3 days? What if I was in danger or something?
Oh, come on, you were fine.
Fine?
Stop being dramatic. Anyways, I've also been occupied with David. With him living here now, we have to keep the house cozy and tidy for him.
We don't have to do anything. He's a freeloader. He doesn't make any money, and he doesn't even try to get a job or anything. How are you supposed to afford a kid?
Well, we just thought we'd use some money from the savings account.
Savings account? Wait, do you mean my savings account for my education?
It's technically still under my name.
But that doesn't give you the right to take from it.
Well, that's exactly what it means.
You can't be serious. You set that money aside for me to have a proper education.
We need it for the baby.
Or David can find a real job.
He has a job. He tells me that catalogs are taking off. Soon he'll be making enough money.
Well then, I guess you don't have to dip into my account.
What? Don't be ridiculous. I said soon, not now. We need to buy a crib, clothing, and bottles. All of it.
Why can't he just get a second job or something? All he does is sit in that armchair with a beer in hand and watch TV all day.
Because he's tired from traveling for work.
He hasn't even been on a work trip in like a month.
Well, we don't judge other people and their jobs, do we?
Mom, you can't be serious. You have to see how awful David is.
Quit talking like that. He's your stepfather.
What? No, he's not. He's your boyfriend.
Well, that's almost the same. And I taught you to respect adults.
You taught me a lot of things, Mom, which is why it's so hard to see you make such a stupid mistake.
Excuse me, what did you just say to me?
I said that you're making a terrible mistake by being with David and having a child with him.
How dare you, you disrespectful child.
I've been wanting to talk to you about this for ages, but you were always too busy pampering him. It's so annoying to see you act like this around him. You become a completely different person around him. You're a smart and independent woman with a great job, yet you choose to stay home from work, clean the house, and cook for him like a servant, all to not disturb his TV watching time. Can't you see how messed up that is?
Okay, but it's not like it's a bad thing. There are plenty of women who do that for the men they love.
But it's meant for men who are responsible and have real jobs, not for someone like David. He's the laziest man I've ever come across. Moreover, whenever he's around, you completely disregard my existence. You used to be an attentive and caring mother, but since David entered our lives, it's like I don't even matter. I can't understand why you're so infatuated with him.
I'm not infatuated with him. I just care about him, that's all. What kind of entitled child are you to demand my attention 24/7?
I'm not asking for your attention all the time. I just want you to acknowledge me when David's around. It's as if you only notice me when I've done something wrong in his eyes, and then you start yelling at me. How can you prioritize some random guy like David over your own daughter?
Maybe if my daughter wasn't such a drama queen, always seeking to be the center of my world, it would be easier to choose you.
See, that's what bothers me. When David isn't around, you treat me differently. I can't understand how you've changed so much. Now I don't even feel at ease in my own home because David is living with us.
What do you expect me to do? Kick out the father of my baby and make him live in his car again? I thought I taught you to be more understanding. You've truly disappointed me.
Disappointed? I'm just expressing my feelings.
Yes, but I don't agree with your feelings. You should be grateful that you have a bed here at all.
Excuse me.
David mentioned how ungrateful you've been these last couple of days, and I'm starting to agree.
What? I haven't even been at home these last couple of days.
You're on thin ice. If I were you, I'd watch my words.
Watch my words? What does that even mean? Mom, I just want things to go back to how they were before you met David. We were both much happier.
How dare you? How can you say that? I'm happier now. I'm having a baby with the man of my dreams.
The man of your dreams? Seriously? I think you could find someone better, Mom. Also, I wasn't talking about my new sibling. I'm happy not to be an only child. I just wish it didn't mean having David as a part of our lives.
Okay, that's enough. I'm done with you. I'm done with this conversation. You better stay at Flora's for a few more days.
Okay, fine.
Your mom said what?
Yeah, she actually defended her choice of David over me.
That's unbelievable. What's happened to your mom?
I don't know. I understand that love can change people, but this feels wrong. Do you mind if I stay a few more days? I don't want to be a burden to your family, but I've got nowhere else to go.
Of course, you're welcome to stay as long as you need. In fact, my mom suggested you stay here for the next week or two. She was furious when I told her what you're going through. After discussing it with my dad last night, they both agreed that you should stay with us until your mom becomes more rational.
More rational?
Yeah, I mean less irrational.
Right, got it. That would be really helpful. Before that, though, I'll have to stop by my house to pick up a few things.
No problem. We can probably drive you there.
Thanks, but I'll just take the bus. I feel like I should talk to my mom face to face.
That makes sense. We'll pick you up afterward, okay?
Perfect, thanks a lot.
I can't believe your mom is okay with choosing her boyfriend over her own child. It's absolutely crazy. Has your mom actually gone crazy?
I hope not, but it seems that way. I think it's all because of David. He's a smooth talker and probably manipulated my mom in various ways. From the moment we met, he didn't like me because I could see through his fake personality. I never gave him a chance, and I'm pretty sure he's been poisoning my mom's mind ever since. Whenever she scolds me about something, it's always something David said. I doubt she would be mad at me about certain things if he hadn't influenced her.
That sounds so manipulative. I've heard about people like that.
Yeah, it's possible. My mom used to be independent and against the idea of being a traditional housewife. My dad was wonderful and never expected her to be like that before he passed away.
Really?
Yes, which is why it's so frustrating that she's now with someone like David.
Maybe after talking to her in person, you can work things out.
I hope so. Mom, where are you?
I'm at the baby store. What's up?
Where is all my stuff?
What are you doing at home?
I think we've been robbed. Seriously, all my belongings are gone. My room has been completely cleared out. I'm going to check the other rooms to see if anything else is missing.
Oh no, honey. We weren't robbed. David and I decided to clean out your room.
You cleaned out my room. Why would you do that? Where are all my things?
Sweetie, your recent behavior made it difficult for us to keep all your things.
My behavior? What do you mean? Mom, I had valuable items in there. You can't just take my belongings.
Valuable stuff? There wasn't anything valuable there. If there were, we might have considered selling it.
What? You were going to sell my things?
No, we didn't actually sell anything. Your stuff was mostly of no value to us, just trash.
Trash? Those things were valuable to me. Mom, I had diaries, photo albums, and my favorite books in my room. Where did you take them? And why are they outside of my room? What's going on?
Well, your attitude lately has been quite challenging. We didn't think it was fair to maintain your room while you behaved this way.
What kind of insane parent punishes their child by taking away everything they own? I had a science project in there.
Maybe you should have thought twice about what you said and how it hurt our feelings.
Our feelings? Please don't tell me your boyfriend had anything to do with this.
How dare you call him that? He's the father of your sibling. He's your stepfather, and I won't tolerate any more disrespect towards him. I raised you better than that. You've disappointed me.
You've disappointed me. I thought you were better than all of this. Inviting some stranger to live with us, ignoring your daughter when your boyfriend is around, choosing him over me. I'm your daughter, and now you're going to have a baby with that man? You've always taught me never to change myself for a man, never to settle. Yet here you are settling for the worst of the worst.
Who do you think you are? You cannot talk to me that way. I am your mother, and you need to respect me and my decisions. Most importantly, you need to respect my boyfriend. I'm going to marry him.
What?
Yes, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind.
You're making a huge mistake.
No! The only mistake I made was letting you continue to disrespect me the way you have. Thank goodness David came around and opened my eyes to just how insolent you are. You don't have an ounce of compassion, and I'm ashamed that you grew up to be this way.
What? You can't be serious.
Honestly, I can't even talk to you right now. David and I need to have a serious conversation with you. Stay where you are. I was going to tell you this later, but I guess there's no time like the present. All your belongings are in the basement, and we don't know what to do with them. Don't ignore me, we're on our way home.
Can you and your mom come pick me up now?
Sure, but what happened? Is everything okay?
I'm not sure. When I got home, all my belongings were gone from my room. I texted my mom, and she basically said she was ashamed of me and the person I've become. She's choosing him over me, and I fear they might kick me out.
What? We're on our way.
She mentioned my stuff being in the basement, and I think they plan to get rid of it. She blamed my bad attitude, saying it was all thanks to David that she realized what an insolent child I am. I knew he was feeding her lies like that. I'm quickly grabbing some things from the basement. Can I bring a few items with me that I don't want to lose?
Of course. My mom said you're staying with us indefinitely.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. Apparently my parents already discussed it. They hate seeing you treated this way. You're an amazing person. We'll be there soon. Just hang tight.
Where are you? And why is most of your stuff gone?
I thought I'd help out a bit.
Finally, I was worried you'd always be difficult.
Oh, did David tell you that?
Yes, but I agree. When will you be back? We need to talk.
What do you want to talk about? Just tell me now.
Fine. We need your room for the nursery, so clear it out.
My friend's place is nicer anyway. Goodbye.
What? What does that mean?
It means I'm already gone. I knew David would convince you to kick me out, and I knew you wouldn't disagree. So I left with Flora and her family. They offered me a room to stay in.
What lies did you tell them to get them to agree?
I didn't lie about anything. They were genuinely concerned about me, especially when you were about to kick me out. I'm only 16 years old.
Well, my baby needs the room.
Let me guess. This was David's plan all along.
No, it wasn't. We thought you needed to learn a lesson, so David suggested we move your things to the basement. If you had shown respect, we might have put your stuff back.
No, you wouldn't have. David never wanted that because he knows I see through him and his lies. He planned to kick me out all along.
Stop saying that about him. If only you had shown us some respect, all of this could have been avoided.
Believe whatever you want, Mom. I'm done. I hope one day you see David for who he is. It'll be better for you and the baby. Goodbye.
No! You're not actually leaving, are you? You can't do that.
You can't stop me. I'll block you. Please never contact me again. After that, I moved in and lived with Flora's family, who were warm and kind. After school, I worked part-time at a nearby supermarket to earn money for necessities. I also frequently went shopping with Flora and cooked dinner for the whole family as a way to show my gratitude to them. By doing this, I truly felt like a member of their family. As for my mother, after more than 5 months, she gave birth to a baby boy. However, both she and her boyfriend were unemployed, and the expenses for their child were too much to handle. This led to many conflicts between them, but my mother still endured and obeyed her boyfriend. I really couldn't understand how she became this way. Sometime later, I heard that her boyfriend had left home, and she was left to raise the child alone with limited funds. I'm sure she must be living with regret, knowing she doesn't deserve to ask me to come back home after what she did to me in the past.